MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Familiar sight and a familiar Sunday night Week 1 matchup as the Giants are back home to open a new era under Coach John Harbaugh against their division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. On the Dallas sideline, it is their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side for the Giants, it's their head coach, John Harbaugh. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. John Harbaugh starting his Giants tenure against the rival Cowboys. Great Sunday night kickoff here for Week 1. This return will take him out past the 25-yard line. Decent field position as this game gets going. So the Giants take the field. The John Harbaugh coach era begins with Jackson Dart getting his first opening day start. 23 years old. Remember, Russell Wilson was the starter last year. He's sitting in a TV studio now. Dart had a dozen starts, Greg, a year ago, and now he is the #1 guy.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my fourth.
The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast when you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
Throwing again, Dart. And this one incomplete. On 3rd down, they cannot connect. On now, Pro Bowler with the Ravens a season ago. Now the punter for the Giants, Jordan Stout. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Greg, he's one of the veterans of the league now. Here comes Dak Prescott in the Cowboy offense. Season 11 for Dak. He turned 33 back in July and was 3rd in the league in passing a season ago.
Isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year. And
Javonte Williams. And he will score. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And this is the conversation that surrounds the topic of running the ball in the NFL. Mike, if you're going to rely on scoring on 10, 11, 12-play drives and then fight it out in the red zone, there's a lot of pressure on that red zone offense. It's going to be very hard to accumulate a lot of points, but when you can be explosive, you can score from a ways out, that's the sign of the most impactful run game, and big-time play there.
Makes the score Cowboys 7. Giants nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Giants offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They look middle here and get it to Neighbors. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Out of shotgun. It's Dark. He's going to tuck it and go. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Offense rolling right along in this drive. Another 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Up the middle with Scatterboo. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Down by Jayshawn Barham.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Out of the gun, here comes Dark. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's Dark. They try to work the screen with Scatterboo. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. In motion, Lamb. Prescott on 1st down. The left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Fought for and caught for the 1st down.
To CD Lamb.
That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
And the Cowboys.
Nice catch there by CD. Continues to be one of the best receivers in the league for a while, and You know, he was battling some injuries a season ago, still put together his 5th straight season of over 1,000 yards. And at this point, you kind of know what you're going to get with him, and that's an elite receiver.
Dak, fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27.
A give, and here comes Williams. Theomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
On the give, it's Williams. Pass midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
Well, I think these guys are ready for week 1 to get started. I mean, we see teams kind of limp their way into the regular season, and they don't find their form until a couple weeks in. But they didn't play a ton in the preseason, but that's 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. And let's all say, what the heck does the preseason even mean?
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. He'll step up and run, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing, dart. Flush to his right. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Rashawn Gary. He's got his 1st sack of the season here early in week 1. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Here's the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out. So he's on to punch it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this 1st quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters too. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Toward the sideline, that's pulled in by Lamb. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up. Dak to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
In this defense, they find themselves here just trying to stop the bleeding early. I mean, touchdowns on each of their opening possessions of the game. And at this point, they're just trying to find a way to get off the field. So that sack, it came at the right time.
Here's Austin to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
29-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterbull. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. It's Dart. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than...
Oh, that one intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
I think this defense knows if their team's going to go anywhere this year, they are going to have to be the tone setters. And I'll tell you, you can't ask for a better statement right here in the season opener than the interception and return it for a touchdown. They know they have a lot of pressure on them this year. They feel it. But to deliver a big play in week 1, it's a heck of a way to start.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Great first weekend of football underway around the NFL. This day, so many of us look forward to more good stuff ahead later tonight. Cowboys and the Giants. We've seen that often on week 1. It always delivers that divisional rivalry. John Harbaugh's Giants debut. 8:20 Eastern for that. And then another division game tomorrow night. Denver at KC. Remember, the Broncos snapped the Chiefs' 9-straight-year run of winning the AFC West title. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Giants first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. Room to run inside the 40. And he will score. Cam Scattaboo. Touchdown, New York. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is good. And the Giants get back in it. It is 21-7.
Giants 7.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Dallas.
They'll run it with Williams. Room to run past midfield. And he's got another one. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it The record in a game is 6. Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Austin now to return this. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scattaboo headed out for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete. Let's see what they have for 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A run straight ahead, that's Scattaboo. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd
Dart.
and 5.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 26 yards.
Trying to start this long road back. They've got a first down here.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Dart gonna fake it to Scattaboo and look to throw. This one intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. A first down throw for Prescott. A quick slash taken by Lamb. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
18 on the play.
They'll have it first and 10.
First down.
Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he is not going to get away. That one thrown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll throw again. Dak. Open man. It is Ryan Flanoy. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
brings up third down.
Prescott again. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. Cowboys are able to extend the lead.
Giants 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. Now an opening past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. On play action, it is Dart. Now he'll run. He'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage, but not by much. Might have only gained a yard. Now it is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It'll be first down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. To the air again goes Dart. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes with the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. A pitch comes to Williams. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 3rd and 2. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. That is Ferguson in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
To the air again. Prescott. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards. Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. Dak fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. In motion, Lamb. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And they are all over him again. He goes down once more. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This from 45 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
So the 2 teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And, Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week 1's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, all the way back in OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. In some rhythm, with drive rolling, here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
Holland on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 35-yard line.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jackson Dart in this Giants offense ready to get back to work. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A play fake, now Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Scatterboot. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Third down, they need 5. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. He's got his man complete to Johnson. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Looking to throw. It's Dart. A throw on the move is caught from the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give out of the gun, and it's Scatterboot. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
A 1-yard gain.
Here comes third and 6. To throw is Dart. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Ohio State.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. Dak can throw it here on first down. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They put Pickens in motion.
49-yard line.
Second down, Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
22 yards.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. Out quickly, it's Flournoy on the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll play action. It's Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's another run here for Williams. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
It's just so good to see Javonte Williams back, Mike, playing at this level. It looked like he might never be the same. You think back to that ACL tear back in 2022. It kind of took him a couple seasons, but last year he looked better than ever first year with the Cowboys, and now here he is trying to build on that in year 2. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the goal line and in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will add one more onto their big lead.
Giants 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Austin now to return this. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over first.
The Giants offense and running back Cam Scatterboot headed out for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On 1st down, Dart.
Dart's pass.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Malik Booker on the coverage.
They'll run out of the gun with Scalabrine. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and
All the
10.
qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He'll get this into the hands of Austin. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Giants.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Dart. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Bobby Okereke working his way in to register his 1st sack of the new season. To the air on 2nd down. Dart. The outside, caught by Neighbors. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it for the remainder of this half.
Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. To the left side, that is taken in by Flanor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. They run over center with Williams. They had that play dialed up defensively. Stopped them in the backfield. Loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
44-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On the bootleg, he'll look, and they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield. Brian Burns getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down. Throwing, Dart, trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter as he's standing right around his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Brian Burns starting the season with a bang. His 2nd sack in the season opener. The punt team out there for the 2nd time, and that kicks away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Giants set to get back on offense. As they do, let's look at their upcoming schedule. They'll be at SoFi to face the Rams. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a toss to Scatterboot, heading right. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
See what they do on 3rd and 4.
On the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Dart. Open man, left side. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
16 yards.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means. But I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
A quick throw right side. He's still on his feet. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Giants cut into the lead a little bit.
48. Giants 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
Cowboys take over.
There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. The drive begins with a run by Williams. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's Williams. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Jackson Dart in this Giants offense ready to get back to work. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That'll be taken in by Scatterboo. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Dart. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. It's a gain of 34. New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Dart. He'll get that out to Scatterboo. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. See what they have for 2nd and 10.
26-yard line.
To the air once more is Dart. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To the air again goes Dart. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. John Harbaugh will send out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Giants will cut into that lead.
17.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Prescott's pass.
2nd and 10.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down. As he'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago and looking good to start this season as well.
1st down, Dallas.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
On the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. And that carry is going to be the one to do it. He surpasses Adrian Peterson's single-game mark of 296 yards. Peterson did it in 2007. You have just watched one of the best individual performances in the history of the National Football League. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.
you